Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Looks like it's only Aman is here. Hello, Aman. Aman, stop talking like that. The stuff that you're saying is just making analogies and comparing things, creating gloom and doom life for yourself. That's not the way it is, man. Just be a little patient, do what you know you got to do, and change your stars. Just because friends are not there or they're not available or she left you or this and that, that's not your life. Your life is what you build, what you create, what you affect. So go build your life the way that it will make you become wiser, more capable of managing your life. And people gravitate toward that kind of a character rather than constantly waiting for somebody to make a life for you. Oh, she left me. Oh, she got another guy. Oh, this and that. Oh, friends don't. If you are busy with your own life and building your own life, friends will gravitate towards you because you are the center of things happening, meaning you're confident, you don't need anyone, you build things, you accomplish things. Then that happiness, ends up people want to talk to you and you talk with them, and friendship would be based on friendship, not based on you need to be with friends. Otherwise, you can't handle life. No. People feel that you need them, they will run away. People feel you don't need them, they'll need you. Instead of focusing on all these analogies that you come up with, focus on building your life, accomplishing your tasks, making a good life out of it for yourself. Be successful, and things will change then. Not with this constantly thinking about, oh, others should, you know, make your life to be how you want it to be. You can do that, not them. Put some responsibility on yourself and go build your life. And you'll be happy and proud of yourself. And Roseberry, 25 male, Canada. Oh my goodness, Canada. So we are now being paid attention by Canadians, eh? My own home country don't even care about my channel. Once in a while, we have a few people, but mostly from UK, Australia, India, United States. Canada is only 4 or 5 people who know about the channel. Roseberry, 25 male Canada, says, Hi, Meran. Hello. Says, currently talking to this girl, but I'm unsure if she wants more. Just give her as much as she wants. Don't offer what she doesn't ask for. Or at least you're not sure she wants it. We went on 3 dates. Before the third, she sent revealing photos. But after the third date, she wasn't ready to kiss. Oh, that's okay. I'm unsure if she wants more, if she actually interested, if she wants to go slow, if it's only games. Whatever it is, you enjoy the ride. You see, the problem with you and many young people is that they're looking for conclusion and signed on the dotted line from day one. That the girl says, Yes, I'm your girlfriend. Yes, I'll do this. Yes, you can count on it. There's no such thing. They're young, they're people, they could change their mind, but at the moment they want to be with you. So don't expect any conclusions. Just enjoy the ride, see how it unfolds. But wanting a certain outcome out of that relationship or that interaction puts you at a nervous moment, anxious, want to entertain her, don't know what to do. You want to accomplish something rather than just enjoying and being part of that event, that outing. But you have a goal. I have to come. I got to do this to get that. And by the end of it, I should be able to have a kiss going. If not, then it's a problem. No, just enjoy. That's what the girls actually would respect. That the guy is not hungry, but he's there. if they showed a little bit of, so they'll take the initiative to give signals, and then you operate on that signal. There it is. And says, I come back to your videos a lot. Well, that's a good thing. For the channel is a good thing. Roseberry says, that's fair advice. I will say I have gotten a lot better with women. Good. Excellent. Just don't think about every outing or every date is a test. They're trying to observe you, how good you are to qualify you. No, just be there, be cordial, be a gentleman, be yourself, enjoy yourself, interact, see what their interests are, what you're interested in, without any agenda. Oh, I gotta see, oh, she said she's interested in this, so I must make a comment now on the interest that she just mentioned in the last statement, so that will look like that I'm paying attention to her, and I'm so just don't give, just be attentive for the conversation, but don't go overly try to show your interest in her personal affairs. Just just be there, experience in your own way, and enjoy the outing, and be the gentleman that you are. That's all. You don't have to entertain. You don't have to, get a conclusion. You don't have to think you're being tested, pass the test. None of that shit. Don't give them that credentials. Just you're a nice guy, and they like it. They like it. They don't. Next, they're lost. Go Fast Clad 97 says 24 male, United States. Ever since HOCD, I find every guy attractive in public. I compare myself to better looking guys and I have feelings towards men. Okay. No, so what? You don't have to make a conclusion out of it. Just okay, that's how you feel. Okay. If that's what your choice is, that's what you like. If that's what your awareness tells you that um, there is no contradiction between who you are and what the suggestions and the thoughts in the brain is, then you have no question here. But the fact that you're questioning here, that means you're aware of a contradiction between what the brain suggests and what you really are and what you prefer to be. That's why you're asking the question, which means you're really not what the brain is suggesting. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a question. You wouldn't have even noticed the contradiction. You would not become aware of any contradiction. Just like somebody tells me, you like women. Okay. Yeah, I do. That's the end of conversation. There's no contradiction. I don't become aware of something other than what I'm interested was suggested. But when you become aware of something that is contrary to what your preference and your actuality is, then that awareness brings these questions and these talks, which means you're not what the brain is suggesting. Otherwise, if you were, you wouldn't even notice it. Aman says, all right. All right. Okay. Now let's focus on relationships, guys. I want to see how you guys handling your breakups and relationships and challenges in life in general. During the past long time, we've talked about all these OCDs and subsets of OCDs, and there are hundreds of videos we have on the channel, 2 major large playlists, and you get all your information there. And pretty much everything needs to be said, I've said in different videos. So Piney or Pini, I don't know how to pronounce that. I hope I'm not butchering it. Says, I really love your stream. Oh, I really love for you to be here, and thank you very much. But let me know a little bit about you, gender, age, and where you're tuning in from. So at least we know the demographics. And thank you for being here. Thank you for your comment. You see, Aman, you're stuck on these narrative that you have to moan and groan and focus on the past and how your self-esteem is low, that you've been beaten up, this and that, so forth. You're creating yourself to be a victim rather than rising like a phoenix and build and rebuild yourself into what the image you want to see of yourself by your accomplishment, by a new look at life and how you would manage life, rather than keep looking how it was, how you felt, how you were beaten down in your, in your self-esteem. These are excuses. Change it. Change it. Obviously, you don't like it. Change it instead of constantly repeating the same. Oh, but I've been beaten up in my self-esteem. My self-esteem is low. Bring it up. Find ways to bring your self-esteem. Just command that your self-esteem is not low. You don't want it to be low. It's all up to you. Nobody's holding you back. But if you give other people the front seat and you take the back seat for no reason, not because they're expert in something and better to learn rather than pretend that you know better than them, but no, the people that really don't know much better than you just give them kudos and the front seat and you take the back seat. That's become your habit. It becomes your habit to be low self-esteem. Change that habit. Get involved in some nice, healthy, to your level fitness exercises and endow yourself with knowledge, things that you like, accomplish your goals, and make efforts in your tasks. And all these will give you the confidence that you need. Where do you think the confidence comes from? From the way you manage your life, the organization, the accomplishing of your goals, and all these little things. It doesn't have to be big things. Little things that you accomplish gives you that confidence, and the self-esteem comes from that and builds from that. So do it instead of constantly moaning and groaning about it. What do you think? Somebody comes from the sky and says, "Oh, there is a self-esteem for you. Thou now have self-esteem." No, build it. And stop buying into this bullshit that you're weak or low self-esteem, all that shit. Where do you think the others got it from? They don't have it. Just don't think they all do just because you think you don't have. All right. Raspberry says, it's a slow night. Everyone is partying for Halloween. Uh-huh. But to your point about overcoming challenges, you're 100% correct. That to worry yourself with the content of the mind is futile. Would you say it is useful to accept the fact that even if we all find the love of our life for the next 60 years, that as a matter of fact, we're always alone? I think it's useful because you get comfortable with yourself and being you and you alone. You see, being alone is different than being lonely. And being alone is actually a different way of looking at it. If you limit your connection to just other visible human beings and relationships, then you may have a reason to think that you're alone because your narrative, your definition of being alone or not being alone is not in line with what I'm about to say. You're limiting yourself in recognizing what means being alone. You think being alone means when you don't have friends around you, or when you're not interacting, when you're on a date, or when you're not with your friends, you don't have much things to do, or whatever. But I believe that you're never alone because you're part of a whole. It's like an ocean drop says, I'm just a drop. You're a drop of something. You're a drop of the ocean. So you're part of the ocean. You're not by yourself. You couldn't be here by yourself. The same thing with us. We think that we are it. We're but just part of the universe. We're part of this nature. We're part of the continuation of the existence of these trees, oceans, mountains, animals, everything. We're all made out of the same energy that runs through the universe, back and forth in all directions, up and down, left and right, front and back, and all in between. These energy lines is flowing through from one end of the universe to the other end of the universe, and it's created all these and all these that are created, and you interact with and witness their lives and livelihood and being is made out of energy. The same thing that's made out of you. And this energy must and is constantly having a conflux, going in and coming out. So it's not like you're made and that's it. You're constantly in contact with the universe, universal energy that has made you to be who you are. So this flow in conflux constantly puts you in touch and connection with every other thing that exists in this universe. So how could you be alone? How could you be lonely? You are part of the whole. If you notice, you'll see how powerful and strong and magnificent you are. You're part of the whole, part of the universe. But we tend to think, culturally, they have proven to us that everything is individual. And then you see yourself, they have separated you from the actuality of your being, which is part of the whole. When a child is born, child doesn't understand that there is a separation between it, the child, and the nature. It has no understanding of that. That's why when you try to lift a 2-year-old child from the ground, 3-year-old or 4-year-old, you find them so heavy. But they're only what? 10 kilo? 20 pounds? That's, in the gym, you take 40, 50 pounds and you do a dumbbell curl with it. But the child seems like, holy shit, this child is like 100 pounds, hard to lift. Why? Because in the mind of the child, there's no separation between it and the nature. It still knows itself as the ocean, not that is separated outside the ocean as a drop. That's a mental image. It's a mental understanding of the child's connection with the nature. That's exactly why when you see me having this demonstration in one of the local universities, I had a seminar a few years back. When the student tries to, is bigger than me, lift me up, it lifts me up second, and second later, same mass, same person cannot lift me up. That's when mind and body becomes coordinated. That's when my energy and the energy of the universe will have complete conflux. And then I become part of the ocean again. I become the ocean again, one with the ocean. Therefore, the student couldn't lift me up. But the child doesn't have to go through this mental process that I do to figure out. It's naturally there. The child has no understanding there's anything different than it being part of the universe, being one with the universe. That's why it's very hard to lift a child as its own weight. It's maybe 20 pounds, but if it's like 100 pounds, feels like 100 pounds. And sometimes it's hard actually to lift them. That's because they understand they are naturally part of the universe. Now, this is something that we knew when we were a child and we were born and grown up. As we grew, the society put into our heads that we are separate, we're individual. We're separate from everything else. We're separate from the nature. We're not connected. They severed our connection. And that went into our heads, and we lost the idea and understanding that we're part of this energy of the universe that flows through all living or not living beings. That's why you feel alone. That's why we feel lonely sometimes. But when you notice your connection with the nature and you're part of this whole existence of nature, because the energy that flows through and makes everything function is the same energy that goes through you, and it's constantly in conflux. Therefore, it's all connected because of this conflux and interchange. Therefore, we are one and the same with all things that grow and develop and exist. So we cannot be lonely. In fact, all right. You see, Amanjan, you're always coming up with excuses. That's the one thing you got to change. Right now, you say, I'm not having enough money for HOCD psychiatrist. What can I do? There's so much information, good information, not bullshit information. As I mentioned to you, all the links that I put for Dr. Philipson, Dr. Jan Rayner, Dr. Schwartz, the videos that I have made, there are hundreds of videos that I've made. If you go through them and really understand them rather than listening to them and constantly sticking with your own narrative, then you're going to be bamboozled and bought into what the bullshit the brain is feeding you, which is malfunctioning. Instead, you can rewire yourself through neuroplasticity by understanding how to deal with these intrusive thoughts and manage them, understand them, and help the brain to recover to the point that it was designed to function as it was designed for you. Different people, different genders, differently, but for you, that's how it was. And then you will learn to help the brain to become to its normal self as it was designed for you. Roseberry says, "You have me laughing happily as I fall asleep." Thank you. Really, I do have that effect on people, put them to sleep. So I have to go now, but don't worry. I send my friends to your video first when they get lost in their love life troubles. Yeah, that's right. That's good. Well, the channel is here 24/7. It's got enough information to pull anybody out of their breakups and relationship challenges and difficulties. All right. Thanks for stopping by, Roseberry, and have a wonderful Halloween. All right. Pini didn't respond to me about age, gender, where you're tuning in from. Help me out to see my demographics. Is it Pini or Piney? Didi Berry says, "Hello, I'm 27 from Minnesota." Hello, Didi. Says, "This year it's been really hard for me. I lost my dad and some friends, and some friends lift me, and some friends, it left me very confused. I'm thinking by having a kid, it will make me feel better. What do you think?" Well, you're having a kid should not be an excuse, should not be a way to relieve you from other challenges that you're facing. You got to face those challenges first and then understand what it means to be a father, what it means to have a child. It's not a game. It's not just make a child and go and still think that you can have a single life. You have a child, you have a very strong, important responsibility. You're a father. You got to act and live like a father. You can't have the title of father in front of your child and then live singularly and behave singularly as a single person and all that bullshit. You got to be responsible. You got to be into being a father, and then you got to have a, proper relationship with your wife and or your girlfriend and be a real parents. That child's whole future and upbringing is in the hands of, how you guys treat and spend time with him or her. I'm sorry that you lost your dad. I know it's very, very difficult, especially if you were close to your dad. When I think of it, I still feel at loss when I think about, when I lost my dad. 11 years ago, was it? 10 years ago, 10 and a half years ago. February 26th, 2011. And so it's a very hard thing. I appreciate what you're going through. But it's kind of like the scene in Star Wars when Obi-Wan and Darth Vader were battling it out right in the Death Star, about to jump into the what was it, the Han Solo's ship and escape, but the two were battling with the lightsaber. And Obi-Wan said, "If you strike me, I will be stronger." Something like that. I'll be stronger than you've ever known, or I ever know, or something like this. And that blow is similar to when one loses father. Because after that, after the momentary loss of hope and all the other things that we go through, you become strongest that you've ever thought you may. You become the man that you've always been, but never could see it. Because you will see that that father, whether you needed him financially or not, whether you needed him for any reason or not, but he was there, and his presence would have given you so much power. But once he's no longer here, it's like when Darth Vader struck uh, Obi-Wan. And that's when you actually feel the strongest strike on you. And then you see you're it. Father's no longer there. You're the ultimate power. Whatever you want to face in this life, it's you. You and only you. That's why you rise to a power that you never thought you will. Because all along, Father was there, whether you needed him or not, but he was there. The fact that he was there, you were connected and have some kind of a feeling that someone has your back, however it meant to you. But his presence alone, even though if he wasn't doing anything, even if he was a bum, I'm not talking about you in general, but the idea that he was there would give you that confidence. At the same time, somehow keeps you away from your ultimate powers that is all yours, and it would materialize one day. That one day is when we leave. When fathers leave, suddenly everything that was there poised, ready to show itself and its power and its abilities appears in you. You're now strongest than you've ever been, and you will become aware of that soon enough. Because that figure is no longer there. You will replace that. You will become aware of it. It's like something has simply allowed you to see yourself without being under any bits of shadow of your father's protection or well wishes for you in actual physical settings. But now he wishes for you in actual spiritual way, which is part of the energy that flows through you. So you become more powerful because of your own energy, the flow of the universal energy to you, and flow of your father's spiritual powers through you, through the universal exchange of energy. So, as much as I feel how hard it is, but you will be the strongest you've ever been because you were strongest when your father was here, and you're strongest now because your father is not physically here, but he's here in a different way, reflecting through you. And that gives you that humongous power. You become your own man. While you all along you were your own man, but you become a different level of your own man. And that's what the whole purpose of this departures are, actually, I think. You see, Aman, you're constantly planning of a certain thing to happen in order to make you feel that you are as confident as you are. No, the confidence is there whether you make out with the girl or not in that session or whenever, whether you hook up with her or not. That's not the way that will give you the confidence. You are allowing your confidence to come from other sources. Like when you hook up with a girl, then I'm confident. When she lets you kiss her, then you're confident. No, you're confident whether she does or not. You're confident whether you're intimate with the girl or not. You're confident whether you get to kiss her or not. It's not supposed to be the gauge and the gauge of your confidence if you can just you know have a chance to flirt with her or not or hook up with her or not. That's not where the confidence is. The confidence is before you approach a girl. It's not because the girl responded to you, then you're confident. No, you're confident whether she responds to you or not because you choose to be confident. That's all. It's a choice. You choose to be confident. That's it. Then you're confident. That's it. You don't have to pretend it. You don't have to show it. You don't have to do weird things. You're just confident. That's it. Because you don't give a shit what you get or you don't get. It's not up to her to make you feel confident. You say what you say. She responds to it. Great. She doesn't matter. You're still confident. Next. So don't put conditions on your confidence. My question is, why is there's only 5 people here? Am I really not that needed anymore? What the I mean, if that's the case, why do I still keep getting like a couple of hundred subscribers a month? I mean, even it's not much, but even that shouldn't be there. And if it is, then where the hell are you guys? Didi says, sir, what do you think? Where do we go after this life? Do you believe in heaven and hell? Thanks. I feel stronger and better because I feel like I only have myself. Yeah, right. And don't worry about heaven or hell or anything like that. Just focus on here. You're here now. Do your best. Be the best you can be right here. It doesn't matter where we go, we don't go. We'll know wherever. Why the choice? I mean, why you think about somewhere that you're not? Why don't you think about where you are? Right here. Accomplish, enjoy, have a good lifestyle, secure yourself, do what you need to do to bring a good lifestyle to yourself, comfort. Be busy here. You're here now. Now where we go, where we don't, we'll find out. I've got other videos on the system about that. Like I made this video for someone who I think it was a 69-year-old lawyer who lost his mom. I think actually he was also from Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. It was a long, long time ago. But I did make a video for him to help his challenges at the time, his emotional challenges. Let me see if I can find that, and I'll share it with you here, so you can also watch it if you like. It also kind of answers your present question a little bit, because I've discussed that in many different videos, but I don't want to get into it right now. It's a long discussion, and we want to have short discussions here. So let's see. Yeah, there it is. It's a long video. It's 36.55 second. It's a long video. And this is the link to it. You guys want to check it out? The title of the video is what about loss of a family member? So I think some of the answer to your question is also in there. You might want to watch that. The shorter version of death in the family is 9 minutes, but I think this is an elaborate one that I've discussed many things. I made that specifically for that gentleman, but it's universal. Everybody can use it. So, mhm. All right. Now we have what whopping 7 people here. What happened? This is a mistake here. Let me just travel to Hawaii for a second. Ah, my favorite place in the world. There it goes. It's the beach I love. And that's my boat here. My butler's boat. Ah, and there it is. It's cool. You can see all that. All right. Well, it's 41 minutes. I'll be here another 15, 20 minutes, and then I do some other things. Oh, Elmira is here. Elmira is here. Says, Happy Halloween, Maranjan. Happy Halloween to you too, dear. Where have you been? Good to see you. Hope all is well with you. Yeah, watch tonight, guys. Halloween. Watch where you're going, how you drive. When you're in a party, be aware. Hmm. Look at the nice clouds up here. I didn't notice that. Wow. Hmm. Cool. The good thing about this live stream is that when I'm drinking my tea, it's like I'm in Hawaii. Atif is here. Atif says, Hi, Miran, 39, male, New York City. I'm very happy being alone and I'm concerned this is going to lead to a bad habit of only being around myself and not being able to deal with and live and compromise for others like a significant other. Well, it's unfortunately the way it is. In a way, it's pretty good because you don't have to rely on other people being around for you to be happy. You have learned how to be happy by being with yourself. You're at ease by being with yourself. You're your own best friends. You can logically handle things and you can motivate yourself and you can count on yourself and you see that you're capable of accomplishing things because you put your mind to it. And that is a good habit, which brings you success and actually independence. When it's time to have the significant other, well, then you got to find someone who's actually able to be happy on her own rather than sticking to you all the time because that becomes bothersome after a while. She has to be able to have the ability to make a life and motivate herself and accomplish things that she wants to accomplish in life, whether it's her career or her day-to-day duties that she wants to take on, or whether it's when she spends time with you. But at the same time, you guys won't be on each other's uh, throat to hold each other responsible for the level of happiness and entertainment that each one of you expect the other one to provide. Instead, you'd be able to carry on your own, and you'd be able to create that atmosphere for yourself by yourself without being a hindrance on the other person's you know time and choices that she or he wants to accomplish on that day. So that's not a bad thing, actually. But I do understand what you're saying. For me, it's not that easy either. My preference would be this is funny. It's not, I don't mean it in that way, and no disrespect to lovely women that our lives depends on them, actually. But I'm also, I spend lots of time by my own, you know, for my own initiatives, research, learning, doing things, accomplishing things, my task, my business, and all these other things. So I don't need to be around people often, or you know have that need to have, let's say, a girlfriend constantly interacting with me to be happy, or to live with someone, because you've lived on your own with your own schedule for so long that becomes very challenging to want to dedicate all your time to entertain somebody else, or to constantly negotiate back and forth, rather than being able to make decisions and go about what you think it's the best for you to do at that moment. But there's expressions, and I don't want women to get on my case on this. This is just a joke. This is not. This is not. But there's a proverb that say that that I like women to be like the moon. They come at night, they leave in the morning. And it's a joke. Don't get on my case now. So a woman should be like the moon. Appear at night and leave in the morning. And of course, I don't mean it. It's just a joke, just the anecdote. It was funny. God, it's so difficult to even say a joke. I gotta just apologize 100%. Oh, please don't think I'm there. Forget it. That's what I said. That's what happens when you live by yourself for too long. You just don't want to. You just want the. You just want the artichoke heart. You don't want all the thorns and the things around it and all the rest of it. You just want the meat of the matter. And you want to spend quality time, romantic time, watch a movie, I don't know, cook food and be romantic and the rest of it. And then in the morning, bye bye, we go to do our own, tasks and whatever it is that we are facing on that day. Okay, okay. I guess for all of you, Mira got the point. Thank you for the smiley. Yes, it does, Atif, doesn't it? These days, we gotta have, encouragement and courage to say every little funny things that used to be so fine and normal in the, a few years back. Now you gotta watch what you say, when you say it, who you hear. Even a joke cannot work anymore. Oh, there's cancel culture is gonna come out. Oh, the feminists gonna come in. Oh, bullshit. Fuck it all. Just be who you want to be and live your lives like we did for thousands of years. We're just a little bit better now and more, more, more. What is it? Anyhow, more balanced or considerate, more considerate. All right. The problem with relationship these days is that everything is a statement. not all, but most women today, or many women today, they're not being themselves anymore. They're not living in the relationship. They're making a statement. Everything they want to do, they have to be better than the man, or they have to be more man than the man is, because that's what they think, that's where the power is. I mean, it's so silly that they don't understand how valuable and how adoring and how we worship women for being the woman that they are. The feminine, the female, the femininity. That is what we're seeking. We don't want a fucking woman who looks like us or behaves like us or thinks like us and, whatever. That's the whole idea of survival. It's man and a woman and each being who they are. Today, if the woman wants to have a relationship with her boyfriend, constantly everything she does and says and suggests is about how to prove that she's making a statement, whatever that statement, right, left, front, center, whatever. There is a political agenda and a message in everything that women are doing. Some women, not all. That's what's fucking it all up. That's why people can't really have a relationship for a long time. Everything is about, oh, I got to be part of this group or that group. I got to make this a statement and this is standing and that. Fuck it. Just be a woman and be a man and then compromise and share responsibilities and build together and be good to each other and brainstorm and work together and, be compatible, but still remain as a fucking feminine and the masculine and know your roles and then enjoy your life rather than trying to be this, to be that, and that to be this, and everybody be everything. That's what the whole world is fucked up right now. That's what I think. Anyhow, salut. Okay. What else do we have here? Well, I took a break today. I had a good workout yesterday, and today I'm kind of pooped. I've been just working and eating, and then I'll probably go for a walk tonight. The regular 10-kilometer nightly walk by the ocean. Shine or cold, shine, rain or shine, and cold or warm, I go every night. And sometimes it's freezing. Last night it was 6 degrees Celsius, so it was cold, but it's refreshing, very refreshing, very good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kilometer every night. That's good. It's the least I can do. Give me one moment, guys. Just 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. That's it. So I guess we don't have any more questions, huh? 7 more minutes. Atif says, so I really want a kid, but I don't want a wife. Huh. How do I do that? Well, that's a stupid thing to think. I don't care if you get married or not, but you got to have a good relationship with your girlfriend or a wife or a woman. And you cannot do everything that a woman can do for a child, as the woman cannot do everything that a man can do for a child, for the upbringing. It has to be balanced. So stop this bullshit. And if you want to be a father, understand the whole mechanism of it. There has to be a woman, and there's a man, and there's a child. And then together, you will make that loving atmosphere and work towards proper upbringing of this child with love and the security that you guys can provide by the way you react and interact with each other. Create that wonderful family environment for the child to grow. They need a certain atmosphere. Like every plant and flower can only grow in a certain proper atmosphere, proper sunshine, proper nutrition, proper water, and proper climate. Well, the mother and father create that kind of a balanced, proper environment for the child to be able to grow properly, psychologically and physically. You can't just say, I want a guy, but I don't want the wife. Then fuck off. You're not ready. Like many women says, oh, I want a child, I don't want the father. Well, that's again, it's very imbalanced. It's a very selfish way of thinking that you think because you're comfortable to have not have the guy around but have the kid, or in your case, you're comfortable to not have the woman around but have the kid, that you can actually raise that kid properly. No, you're going to cause psychological effects on that kid. So get your acts together before you want to have a child. First, get into the role and stay in the role until the child is grown up to be over 20, and then do whatever the fuck you guys want to do. Want to separate then, not before. That's not good for the child. All right. Okay, guys. Any more questions? 5 more minutes. That's it. I'm pulling the plug. Okay. My son taught me the proper way of working out the back. And so now it's one of my favorite exercises, but it's sore. All right, guys. We're a whopping 4 people here. Well, maybe, well, not that there is any excuse needed for my channel not be, my live stream not be populated, but I can use that to kind of make myself feel better. It's Halloween. That's why they're not here. Well, it's been Halloween for years, every night. And there was a time that we had like 30, 32, 34 people online at one time, but now we don't go over 20. I don't know, something's happened. We're not being promoted somehow. I don't know. We're doing all the good things on our channel, but recognition is not there. So again, don't forget to promote the channel, guys. By the way, I noticed that there's another channel opened up for me last year. This company, Utreon reached out and asked me if I want to have a channel there. So they migrated most of my videos, if not all, I don't know, there. And I just got to know a couple of days before, I got an email that, this where the channel has been active for, I don't know, a few months. I looked at it. Yeah, I've got a channel on Utreon called Mind Seeks One. Mind Seeks One. So I tried it. It's not bad actually. So I'll promote it. I give a shout out for them. You check it out, Utreon. And let me see if I can put my channel's link here. My channel's link here. There. Copy link. That's the channel's link. Let's see if you guys would try it and see. So, okay, guys, it looks to me that it's time for me to say I love you all. Thank you very much for being here, giving me the opportunity to share a thing or two with you. I look forward to talk to you again. I don't know when, maybe tonight, later on, about 12 midnight or so. because tomorrow is still a Sunday, so maybe people around the world would still be available. As if I start late, like about 12 or 1 o'clock a.m. tonight, then it may actually work for many people on their Sunday. Otherwise, I look forward to talking to you again next Saturday at 1 p.m. I'm sorry I was late today because I just slept late and woke up late. In the meantime, be good to yourself, to the others. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. Mind@seekstruth.com is making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon. Well, we too, like the iceberg, have 1,000 times bigger powers that is not visible, and we must. Why? Is it something we're rambling on and I expect you to accept it? Or is there actually another power within us? Would you come and help me out? Okay. What I want you to do is put your hands underneath my arms and just lift me up. There we go. Okay, now, that's my physical part, right? Same thing, again, with that. Just want to see if there's any difference. Go ahead. Now, go ahead. Now, this, go ahead, when you're ready.
Go ahead.
So you see, this is different than what he was doing, and I'm not really doing anything. You convinced?
Yeah.
So are you guys convinced that there is something other than, thank you. Thank you very much.